Hello. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode to my podcast. Who said that, you guys? We made it another week, you guys. And all I want to say is thank you so much for all the love so far, you guys. You guys have been showing out, and you guys honestly have been showing so much love. So thank you for that. And thank you, God, for letting me create this project that I've been wanting to create for a long time, you guys. But with that being said, you guys, it's a new week, so that means a new guest. And this week I have a very special guest, you guys. I have my good friend Ellie. But before I bring her out, you guys, I am gonna put a disclaimer. Which I will be doing every episode, obviously. So the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any other person, agency, or company. Any content provided by our guests are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything, you guys. So with that being said, we're going to bring out our guest of the week, Ellie. Period. Here she comes. Hey. I know that's right. Okay, we're back.
Purr.
Because her mic wasn't on the recording, obviously. Let me scoot over here so you can be in the frame. Okay, taking up the whole camera. Okay, guys, this is my guest of the week, Ellie.
Hi.
Okay, so obviously I know who Ellie is. You guys know, at least yet. So I'm going to let her introduce herself and go.
So obviously my name is Ellie. Juan and I have been friends for a few years now. We met through my sister. I don't know, I'm 22 years old. I have an office job. I mean, I'm not that interesting, honestly.
She's like, I'm just a girl. Like, I'm just a girl.
Like,
that's crazy. Okay.
I'm lucky to be here. Like, I'm lucky to be on here.
Okay. Imagine. No, I've actually, like, it's you and Ellie, because they're you and Lily. They're twins. So I'm gonna get both of them on the podcast and whatnot, kind of thing. But yeah. So that's a little bit about Ellie, obviously, and stuff. How do you feel? How do you feel about being on, though?
I'm excited. I mean, you know me. I like to talk. I do like to talk.
That's why I was like, I need her because she does like to talk and stuff, you guys.
I like to give my opinion.
Okay, I know that's right. Okay, so before we dive into like all the good questions, and whatnot, we'll talk about how we met. How about that? We met obviously through your sister Lily and whatnot and stuff like that. So first impressions, I guess. What was your first impression of me?
I thought you were really mean.
You always be saying that.
Well, I did.
Wait, what? But what about me though?
I guess not necessarily mean. It's just like you were very much like, I don't know, like very picky about like your people.
Yeah.
And I thought I wasn't one of those people that you like.
No. I think that it was also like whenever we would first start hanging out, because like Ellie started hanging out after she broke up with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because she was in jail, you guys. She was in jail for a long time. But let's get into a little bit of that now that we like brought that up and stuff like that. Okay, so she was in a relationship whenever me and her sister had met and we're hanging out and stuff like that. So you never really got a chance to hang out with us because you were going with your relationship, right? Or you were never allowed, I guess?
Well, so I was dating this guy. I met when I was like not 17. I was like 15 when I met this guy. And we dated until I was 18.
Wait, how old was he?
He was only like a year older than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he graduated a year before.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he was only like a year older than me, so it wasn't like anything crazy. But yeah. So, and he was just very like, and he was very good at pretending like he wasn't controlling or manipulative or anything like that. And that's why he was so like good at like manipulating and stuff, because I never had any idea. I thought like he just wanted to see me all the time. Like, he just wanted me all to himself. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, he just wants me all to himself. My dumb ass.
Imagine.
My dumb teenage
She's
ass.
like, oh, he loves you.
I know. It's like, he loves me so much. He just doesn't want me to do anything. He just doesn't want me to exist outside of him.
So, like, he wouldn't let you go with your friends?
No, yeah. I mean, like, he would act like it wasn't a problem, but then he would always make it a problem, like, if I were out. Like, he'd always want me to, like, call him or like go over to his place like really quickly, like Yeah.
Yeah, very controlling vibe.
Yeah, and he didn't want me drinking. He didn't want me smoking. He didn't want me doing anything like out of the ordinary. He didn't like when I would wear something that was like a little bit too tight. Like,
you guys, insecurity.
That's how crazy
but that's
he
just
was.
projection, I think, because he was maybe insecure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he definitely was. I think there's a little bit of insecurity in everybody, honestly.
Yeah, true.
I mean, truthfully, it's just, you know, I think like the biggest thing about him is that he was just very like controlling, and he just like wanted control over everything.
Over something.
Yeah, and I was like, I was 15 when we met, so like I was easy. Exactly,
Yeah.
I was easy to manipulate and control.
I'm not mistaken.
No, I mean, my first serious relationship, yeah, like
Okay,
I had like,
though. You don't know what to expect,
exactly,
kind of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
Your first relationship is always like that one, like trial error kind of thing, because you don't really know what you want out of it,
right?
So you're just going with
and
the
like
flow.
when you're that young and someone tells you they want to spend like the rest of their life with you, you're like, oh, that's so sweet. Like obviously we're gonna get married and like.
Okay, well obviously that didn't happen.
No, obviously.
But why didn't it happen? Let's talk about that story.
I love this story.
Okay, yeah, this is a crazy story, you guys, and I want her to say it because this is actually a crazy story. I remember you telling me this.
I know. So we were like, you know, obviously we were together for like 3 years from 15 to 18, and when he graduated a year before I did, and he had always said like his dream was to go to California, like move to California, but like we had talked about that prior, and we were going to do that like together, like I was going to go with him to California and shit, you know. And he graduated, and then he ended up saying that he got accepted to the school in California and he was going to go play football there, and I was like, well, I still have a year left of high school, so like what are we gonna, like what's
gonna happen between
and no, exactly. And he was like, he could not wait, like he just wasn't gonna wait for me, like he swore up and down like we were gonna be fine, like we'd been together for 2 years already, so like long distance wouldn't be that big of a deal. So I was like, okay, whatever, I would have waited for you, but whatever, we don't have to get into that.
Period. You know, some other people will put in more work inside the relationship than other people.
No,
and it shows as the relationship goes,
exactly.
obviously.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly the deal with us.
I'm like, pull this. So you can sit comfortable. There we go.
But
okay,
yeah. So, and he just like wasn't that kind of person that was gonna put me before his dream and career and like whatever. I mean, I wasn't gonna be like, I was obviously upset about it, but I wasn't gonna be like, no, put me before everything else, you know.
You weren't to pick me.
Exactly.
Period.
So I was like, whatever. Even though I did kind of put him on a pedestal, that's my own fault and choice and decision. Yeah. Like obviously no one else is entitled to like do that for anybody else, so I couldn't be too mad.
Okay.
So he goes to college in California, and things were just like, he would still like call me sometimes like here and there, but then like as things like progressed on, like it was like less and less of everything. And like everyone was telling me like, girl, like he's probably cheating on you, like how do you know he's not down there cheating on you like with those California girls? And I was like, he would never.
Wait, yeah, because like I think that my question is like, so you never had that in your mind, like he was gonna go over there and he was gonna be that type of guy?
No, literally I never like had that in my mind, because he had me like so like, he had me so convinced that like he was so in love with me and that he only wanted me. Like,
so damn, you trusted him a lot.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Damn, okay, so he was good at whatever he was doing down here, like manipulating, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. So yeah, he had already made your bed.
Yeah.
So you were just laying in it.
Literally.
Yeah, kind
literally.
of. Okay. So he went on to California.
Yeah, and I was gonna move there, whatever. So I was like, why would he be cheating on me when I'm going to move there? Like, that's stupid. So whatever. We had found an apartment and everything, and he had like stopped living at the place he was living at because the lease was up, and so he was like bouncing around, like staying with people and stuff. And he kind of like blamed that on me a little bit, saying that I wasn't ready to move out at the time. But like legitimately I wasn't. Like I had to like, handle my shit down here, like where I was 18 also. Yeah. So I'm like trying to like figure out what I'm gonna do over there, like for work and things like that, like how I'm gonna feel about leaving it. I guess I was still kind of deciding if I really wanted to go, but then I decided, and he found a place for both of us, and I sent him a $500 deposit for our apartment. And I kid y'all not, like 3 or 4 days after I sent that deposit, he was like just switched up like that. Like, I feel like you're cheating on me. Like, I don't feel like you're dedicated. I feel like you don't have enough drive. I feel like you're lazy. Like, just like crazy shit, like out of nowhere. And so inevitably broke up with me. It took like it was like a process though. For some reason, it was like days. No, it was like days of arguing.
So like, oh, so it was days of arguing.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so prior to you guys arguing, obviously he just told you that the fact that you didn't have any drive or nothing like that, and that's what his reasoning was.
Yeah.
So he first gave you the reasoning, and then he just started becoming an asshole. And then he
like just reason after reason after reason after reason. Like, he was like, he saw this picture, like someone had posted me or something, and saw that I had taken his ring off that he bought for me, like the promise ring. And I was like, well, you dumped me. Like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I didn't actually dump you. Like, I'm trying to decide but you made the decision. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm like, I begged this man not to leave me, guys. Like, obviously, because I was like so young. Yeah. But, and I was going to move to California. Like, it was crazy.
You were about to live the LA life.
And then whatever, we broke up, inevitably, obviously. And we didn't like completely hate each other at first or like break no contact immediately or anything like that. And then like probably literally like 1 week later, he's posted up on Instagram with another shorty.
That's what puts the story together, you guys, is the fact that he was with another girl a week after the fact that he had done all that.
And then the plot thickens. Also, he never sent me that $500 back. If you're watching this, you know exactly who you are. I want my $500 back.
Literally, though. This can go to small court.
No, literally. I don't care how long ago this was. I need that $500.
Zeller, Cash Appers, Venmo,
literally,
PayPal, whatever you got. Something.
But yeah, so the plot thickens because Lily, my sister Lily, she ended up like DMing him, like calling him out, being like, wow, this is crazy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He blocks me, blocks my sister.
Oh, damn.
Blocks me on iMessage, whatever. Or no, not on iMessage yet, but he blocked me on Instagram because I called him out for it too, obviously.
Period, as you should.
Because I was like, why do you have this shorty posted up? And you know I can see this. And it's been a week.
And then in the apartment that we were supposed to live in together, you guys, that's what
right,
it all.
Right.
Like,
yeah. So then,
okay, so like, how did that make you feel though? How did that make you feel, like, in all honesty though?
I mean, genuinely, I was like,
were you over it? No, I don't.
No, I was devastated.
Okay.
And then like, the worst thing about it was that I worked with this girl at the time in this restaurant, and she was dating this guy's best friend. So she obviously knew things, like had tea about things. Damn. And I was like really sad at work one day about like this whole situation. Like, I was like talking about how sad I was, how much I missed him and things like that. And she was like, girl, I'm going to tell you this because you're my friend and I love you. And I hate that you're all sad over this man. He's been seeing this girl for at least 2 months.
Stop.
Clock it. So yeah, he had been cheating on me 2 months prior to this, before I even sent him this deposit for our apartment.
That's crazy. You see what I'm talking about?
You really can't trust these fools.
Yeah, when men are trash, they do shit like that, and then they expect a woman to be all over them. Like,
literally. Like,
that is, he has some balls for that.
And then I'm pretty sure, I don't actually know if this is true, but just from like the stuff I would see after the fact, I'm pretty sure he moved shorty into the apartment that I sent the deposit for.
Oh my god, that's crazy. But like, okay, so obviously that happened, he moved in and stuff like that. So like, in those cases though, are you like one of those girls who like blames the girl also because of that, or like do you think that it's all on the man's fault? Because I feel like that's a huge topic within like those kind of relationships.
Yeah.
Like, do you blame the girl that's involved also, or just the man?
I feel like it definitely depends on like the factors involved. Like, if she knew about the girlfriend, like things like that. You know what I mean? And so like, if she didn't know, like if he genuinely was just keeping it a secret from everybody, then it's not her fault.
Fair enough.
But if that bitch knew the whole time, like that he was dating somebody else and still going after him, that is when I fault the girl.
That is kind of crazy though. I don't know. I think that's what makes me more curious about this whole situation, in the sense of like, did she know or did she not know?
I don't know.
You never
like,
texted
we'll
her,
never
reached
know.
out. You never know who the girl was personally.
No, I mean, it's actually crazy because one of her TikTok videos ended up coming up on my For You page shortly after, like, we had broken up, and it was like a whole video like about them, like a bunch of different clips of them together and how she's in love with him and things like that. So I think it was going on for longer than a couple of months. But
the balls they have.
Whatever.
Okay, so then that happened and stuff like that. How long did that relationship take you to heal from?
years.
Really?
Yes, it took me like, well, not years, definitely at least a year and a half.
Okay.
Like, I feel like by the 2-year mark, I was kind of like
you're bad bitch era.
pretty much over it. Yeah.
You're
Like,
back
but
on.
definitely for a long time, I was like very sad and like very broken down, it felt like. And like, I had a really hard time like picking myself back up and like figuring out who I was going to be after the fact.
Because you fell in the trap of like depending on him.
Exactly.
A lot.
Yeah. I had no like sense of personality, like sense of self.
He did his job.
Exactly.
He did his job.
Exactly.
He hired himself.
Because in that relationship, I dedicated myself to being what he wanted me to be. So, yeah.
Okay. And then obviously you found yourself. It is what it is kind of thing. And then what, I guess, solidified you to go back into the relationship world or like love and all that kind of thing?
I don't know. I feel like deep down, I like a lot of other people, I just crave companionship and intimacy.
Yeah.
It's not like I have a problem being by myself or like being alone, but it's like at the end of the day, I do kind of want someone to like share love with, which is so corny and stupid, but like,
but it's okay though, because that's what you want love.
Yeah.
And as long as you're honest with your intentions and stuff like that, it's like God's gonna put like obviously that person in like your alignment,
right?
And then obviously y'all are gonna meet, and then obviously you want kids.
No.
Oh, you don't want kids at all?
No, I told you this. We talked about this.
Oh my god!
I don't want kids at all. No.
So if the right person like came, you wouldn't want the kids.
No. Plus, like, you know,
yeah,
my boyfriend now, I am in a happy relationship.
She is in a happy relationship.
But he doesn't want kids.
Oh,
either.
Right. Okay, so y'all agree on that. Okay,
yeah.
No kids. Y'all are gonna be hot, just married.
Period.
That's what it is. Period. Okay, I don't know. That's right, you guys. Okay. So obviously, after breaking up with your first boyfriend, your serious first boyfriend, and then obviously, what came after that? Good or bad?
Like initially?
Yeah.
Bad. Bad. I mean, like, I was like, first of all, like very depressed, and like I said, I had no sense of self, and I was trying to like fill this like void of me missing him,
right,
with like other people. So I had a hoe phase, real bad.
I think we all do, you guys.
No,
let's admit it. If you were a hoe and you were in your hoe phase, comment.
No, literally.
Comment.
Let us know.
Let us know your story.
Tell us your story, babe.
Let us know what led you into the hoe phase.
this was mine. So yeah, I ended up like, you know, just falling victim to more people and getting hurt by more people.
Right.
After the fact. Like, I was trying to like heal my hurt with more hurt. So it just like made no sense at the end of the day. And I was like, eventually, it took me a long time, but eventually I was like, man, why am I doing this? Like, why am I just like going person after person after person after person every time I get like hurt or you know what I mean? By all of these people.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Right. And I went through a lot of shit from some of those people too that just like wasn't worth it. Like, I should have just healed on my own.
Right. You should just went your own way and stuff like that and find yourself and stuff like that. Obviously, you were during your time and stuff like that, obviously navigating like relationship and stuff like that, you've been in like a throuple. I have.
So okay, I have to clarify this because it wasn't exactly a throuple. It's complicated because I was in an open relationship with this girl, and she had a boyfriend as well, and so we did all like get involved with each other and sleep together and things like that, and we would go out together, but he was not my boyfriend. That was her boyfriend.
You were just there, kind of.
Yeah.
So they were in an open relationship, and he was okay with her dating another person.
Yeah.
And then you were that other person, and you just tagged along every now and then. But you
I was her girlfriend.
Yeah.
He was her boyfriend, but we did not date.
How was that experience?
Him and I. It was actually really nice, and I'm not recommending this for everyone because it is definitely not for everybody. You have to be a specific kind of person. But I did like genuinely really enjoy it. There was never any drama with any of us, and we always had a really good time. We were all like very similar, liked a lot of the same things, and we had a lot of great experiences as well, like, you know, that I do feel like most people should experience at least once in their life, right. But it is not for everybody.
Were you hesitant at first? No, you were never hesitant. You were open.
No, I was open,
you were
like
always
immediately.
Okay, good.
I was actually seeing this guy right before her, and the only reason her and I ever like ended up hooking up in the first place at all was because
because how did y'all meet?
Well, we worked together.
Oh, that's
okay. And so we were like already friends before the fact that we started like dating or sleeping together. We started sleeping together first before we started dating, and we realized that we clicked really, really well. We might as well just start dating because we'd already been going out and stuff like that anyway.
Period.
So we
Two
did.
Baddies.
Period.
Baddies.
Yeah, because she is a baddie.
Yeah. Clock it.
Anyway. But yeah, it was through this guy. Like this guy that I was seeing. He was like, I can't remember who exactly brought it up. I know I was curious about it already at the time, but I think he brought up like a threesome because we were both kind of dominant people naturally.
Period.
And he brought it up because he was being a little freaky, and he brought up the idea of us both dominating somebody at the same time, and I was like, that does sound really fun. And but this guy was kind of messy. Like he was one of those guys that like didn't want a relationship, and I really didn't either. Right. But he would look at
and
me.
It usually works for those kind of people.
It does, yeah. In a relationship. But like. Yes. He was also the kind of guy who would like look at me and talk to me and like do things with me that were very like relationship type, like more than just friends kind of thing. So like I could tell that we started to catch some feelings for each other, and I like kind of had to cut that off. But I had already made this suggestion to this girl that we should have a threesome with him, and she was down because I think at the time she was upset with her boyfriend.
Okay.
So she was like, period, yeah, he's cute, let's do it. And we had already established that we would totally fuck each other, like, because we were so attracted to each other. But that didn't work out. That was not that didn't work out. That whole threesome did not work out. And
wait, what happened?
I stopped talking to that guy.
Oh, and then it didn't work out.
Yeah, because I cut him off before we could ever do anything. I know. But that did not stop us, because like later on she was talking about how she ended up having a threesome with her boyfriend, and low-key I was a little jealous. I was like, girl, what the hell, like I can't believe you would
do that.
Yeah, why would you not ask me? Like, what the hell? But whatever. She was like, well, I'm still down,
right?
And I was like, oh, period, like, I'm still down too.
Like, oh no, I have some more. I know, I can do another threesome. She's like, yeah, because
she was like, she loved it. She thought it was so much fun, and she wanted me to share in the experience. So we did. We shared in the experience, and it was really nice.
And this was with her boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was with her boyfriend. It was
good. It was everything was on
board.
It
was like, I mean, like, you genuinely have to do it with people who like are very secure in themselves in their relationship, and who also really want to do it. And they were those people.
I don't know, though. I don't know if I would do a threesome. I think that I'm not an awkward person, but I think that I would be an awkward person in that situation, because it's just like, who goes next? Like, who's where, and what?
But like the way we did it to avoid that like awkward, like, you know, someone's not involved thing, is we were all involved at all times.
Yeah.
Like we were all three somehow
always involved
in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know, but then again, you also have to think about, like, you guys are like, I don't know, I think a threesome is hot between like the guy and the two girls, but all three guys is just like, baby, that's too much dick. That's too much dick.
Too much dick flying around.
Yes, like. Too much dick flying around. Like, bitch, what are y'all talking about? Like, I'm not doing that with three men. Like, it's so just funny. No, it is. It's just too much slanging around. Like, what are y'all talking about?
I don't know. I mean,
but I feel like the fantasy for like a guy and two girls is just like, that's hot. Like, that's hot.
Yeah, I would definitely like do a two guy.
Oh,
I would do a two man, but just with me.
Okay. Oh,
well, actually, no.
Dominated.
Like, I would have another girl. Like, I could totally have another girl involved. I would just love two men, which
at the same time.
Sounds weird, but hear me out, guys. Like, hear me out. Like, I don't know. There's just something about like, I think so. I'm very bisexual.
Okay.
Obviously, and I think men are just so hot. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously.
Yes.
And I think there's just something so hot about like two men who are
over you
enjoying themselves as much as they're enjoying you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know that's right. But then obviously it comes to terms of it's time for the two men.
And that's
most likely
fine.
But that's what you need to find men that are secure in themselves.
Exactly.
Because I don't think the two men would just do that. I don't know where.
I don't know. I mean,
Maybe if they're drunk enough.
I've definitely had the offer. But this was when this was since I've been with Trevor. So I couldn't.
Yeah, she couldn't. She's a lawyer.
I couldn't take up on that. I couldn't take up on that. I was so sad, but at the same time, I was like, no, I couldn't do that.
Dang. Okay, so then obviously you're trouble winker, whatever, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, it wasn't a trouble. It was a threesome. She experienced a threesome,
Right.
and she was going out with the girl and stuff like that. And then obviously that's not a thing now because you.
Because I met my current boyfriend.
Right.
And, you know, I mean, at first I was still seeing my girlfriend, and it was like, you know, he was like, whatever.
Yeah.
As long as it's just a girl. Like, and eventually, when we started to talk about getting into a serious, like, you know, relationship, he put down the ultimatum of, you know, I really kind of only want to date a girl who's just dating me.
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
Oh, that's right.
And I liked him a lot, so
she had to settle down.
Yeah.
She's basically like a housewife now.
Basically,
though, you're a housewife.
but I'm not just a housewife at the same
No,
time,
you guys.
because he also does do a lot of cooking for me,
Yeah.
and he cleans up a lot.
Literally
as
though,
well,
because
and-
last week we were supposed to record this episode actually, and a lot of technical difficulties actually.
yeah, it did not go
And
smoothly.
it did not go smoothly. It didn't go smooth as today and stuff like that. Obviously,
Yeah.
this is what a normal podcast recording day
Right.
goes, if it goes right and stuff like that. So look, hey, you got a chance to see it.
Period.
Okay, so last week, yeah, she was like, and then after the episode, she was gonna drive to her boyfriend's house, and then she was like talking about something like he was gonna cook her some steaks.
Yeah,
like,
because I was on my
cooked.
period, and he knows I need my iron when I'm on my period.
Literally, and
So-
literally cooked them steaks and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You guys, that's so sweet. She found herself a little good man.
Yeah. He got me a little heating pad when I got there and shit.
Compared to the other man. Ooh, child.
Right.
Anyways, but okay, so obviously we're still on the whole like thing. What's your you have any kinks, fetishes, and stuff like that?
I have a lot.
Stop. Tell us your most bizarre one that you're like, oh, people are gonna be like, what the hell?
Oh my god. So this one is super controversial. Is that the way to say it? Controversial.
Yeah, controversial.
Controversial.
Don't
I think
judge
I don't
us.
know, guys.
Something within those words.
Drop it in the comments.
Comment down below. Hold on, let me see
How
what
to pronounce it.
we have. Oh, we're good. We're good.
Okay, so I would say like my weirdest kink that like is gonna make people be like, girl, what the hell?
Oh.
It's probably CNC, which is consent to non-consent.
Okay, so tell us, for those who are like, what is that? Like, they don't know.
Consent to non-consent is basically just where, you know, you tell whoever you're being intimate with that you are down for them to kind of just have their way with you whenever they want, like, and you obviously you got to throw out a safe word, like if you're really, really, really not in the mood for something, you throw that out there so they know the difference between what you do want and what you don't want. But basically, without that safe word, it's like anything goes. Like,
Okay, and
even if you say no,
right,
but you don't say the safe word, it's like you didn't say your safe word, so you must.
have you tried this with
still
your
want it.
partner?
So my partner is not comfortable with that.
Okay,
He feels which is totally valid. I mean, we've had this conversation before. He feels like it would make him feel uncomfortable because he doesn't want to feel like he's like,
Basically, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. We can't say the word, you guys.
We-
but
yeah,
you guys
we're not
know
gonna say
what
that.
she's talking about.
But we all know, yes. And which is totally valid.
Right.
I mean, like,
But you have kinks and fetishes that he is able to, I guess, work with you with?
accommodate.
Yeah, accommodate.
I mean, basically, it's just like, you know, obviously the basics. Like, I'm into obviously praising, and like I'm also into degrading a little bit as well. I like a good mix of both. That's because I'm a switch, which means I switch from dom to sub. So I do like being praised, and I like being degraded also. So, and he's totally down with that. He doesn't mind that at all. I like to be smacked really hard, like, but he will not hit me like anywhere except for on my ass. And that is his only compromise for that. Which is, he's totally down with that. He just will not hit me anywhere else, which is also valid. Like, no.
He slapped you in the face.
But like, I have had a lot of guys who like are down with that, and they will slap me like dead in my face, like while we're sleeping together. And
wait, really?
I like it. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Do you think that this comes from trauma though, growing up?
I think so. I think like I think at the end of the day, I'm getting hot.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, all of everyone's kinks kind of tie down to like
trauma.
Maybe not like trauma altogether, but something deep rooted in your childhood, like sparked
that makes sense. Yeah.
Something of this, whatever kink you have. Yeah,
because I think that my kink is like, this is a safe space, you guys.
This is a safe space.
Wait, what does that camera say? Hold on. Did it get too hot? All right, hello, you guys. Okay, we're back, you guys. We had our camera literally overheat a little bit, so we had to like put it in the little freezer hack, and now it's back. We're back, and we got the mascot.
We have a special guest.
We have a special guest, Dobby, new special guest.
My dog. She wouldn't stop whining. But we were talking
about fetishes and possibly them coming from like the deeper end and stuff like that. And then obviously this is a safe space, you guys. But I think that one of my like, I wouldn't say like a kink or something. No, wait, maybe a kink. It's like older guys. I like older men.
That is definitely a kink for sure.
I like older men for sure.
I have that as well, I fear.
Like in the sense of like their dominance.
Yes.
I like their dominance.
So like, my boyfriend is 9 years older than me, and that is like still like nothing to me personally. I'm like, he could be older. he could be a lot older, and it would be fine.
You know?
I know. Like everyone's like always like, oh my god, that's such a crazy age gap between the two of you, and I'm like,
not really though. It's 2025, you guys. I think that we need to get away from that stigma of like, oh my god, he's so much more older than you.
Yeah, because like we're fine.
Yeah, they're fine, you guys. And honestly, you guys, let's be for real. Like, we all do shit. We all are meant to experience shit. So get into what you fucking want to get into, kind of thing. You know?
Literally, like, stop letting people judge y'all out of what you want to do.
No, dead ass though. Yeah, for real. Because I feel like that's what it is too. Because for so long for me, I feel like, baby, I wasn't fucking for so long because I was so scared.
No, you weren't.
I was so celibate. Like, they know how celibate I was. Like, literally. But the only reason why is because like, I don't know. I just didn't want to be like that one person. But then like, obviously, like after I was comfortable to do it once, I was like, wait, like this is fun. This gives. Exactly. You know?
Because sex is fun. Like, it is. Let's be so for real.
Yeah,
like,
you can make it fun and stuff like that.
If you don't enjoy it, first of all, you're either asexual, which valid. You are who you are.
Yeah, there you go.
Or you're just not having sex with the right people.
Exactly. What's the best sex you've ever had?
I think probably with my boyfriend, honestly. I mean, and I'm not even trying to say that to gas him up. Like, genuinely, it really just is the best. I think if it wouldn't be him, it'd be the guy that I was talking about before I was dating my ex-girlfriend.
Okay, yeah. You guys don't need to know the names of these people.
No, we're not giving out names. We are not giving out names.
Exactly.
But it would definitely either be my boyfriend or that guy.
That guy. Okay, fair enough and stuff like that. Okay, and then swaying away from like the good stuff and all that. What's been something that's been on your mind that most people don't talk about? What have you been going through? You're like internally or something like that. You're like, oh my god, like.
I feel like a lot of people should talk more so about the just absolute utter distress that I personally feel about like getting older and like shit getting real, and like
shit's getting real every day.
Shit is getting realer and realer every day. Like we're having to think about our careers, and like, you know, we're at the point of like, if we meet somebody, is this gonna be like the last person, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like,
okay, I feel you. Yeah. I'm on board because right now I've been feeling very much like career like kind of thing. Like I
Right.
just turned. I'm not gonna say my age. Oh, I say my age. I hate saying my age, but I just turned an age where I'm like, whoa, you guys, I need to reflect a lot because obviously I'm in college and stuff like that. But just seeing the people that obviously are graduating with it, not graduated, but have already graduated from college at the time that I needed to graduate. I feel like right now I've been like overthinking a lot and stuff like that. But I also come to terms that in the sense of like my path is my path, and I feel like I shouldn't be like on someone else's timeline and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I did take off a while from school because I really didn't know if I wanted to go to college, and I'm so glad that I
Right.
did give myself that grace period where like I need to go find myself, go out of college, not go straight to college, I meant to say, and just experience life on how it was. Obviously
Right.
experience life, and then obviously you and Lily have seen that and whatnot kind of thing because I've worked like so many jobs within my time and stuff like that. I've worked so many jobs, you guys. It's kind of crazy.
You have worked a lot of
I've
jobs.
I know so much and I've done so much and stuff like that. At least like now, like I'm in college and stuff like that, and I'm very proud of myself and stuff like that. But sometimes I do like go into like the bad habit of like seeing like people who like graduated the same year as me,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh wow, like you guys are in your careers already.
I know
and
they're
stuff
like
that.
married with kids. Like some of them are having their
Not that I wanna
second,
be
third
married
kid.
and, like have kids and have my second kid because I don't think that I want kids and stuff like that. I think that I'll like adopt somebody, but I don't think that I want kids. Like
Yeah, that's valid. I mean, like having a kid in this economy, first of all,
it's
is
crazy.
insane.
Yeah, the economy sucks right now, you guys. This country is not
Yeah.
the best. But hey, I pray that we are able to come together and make better for this country.
Yeah.
But yeah. And so yeah, so I feel like that's what I've been running into and stuff like that, obviously, and stuff. What do you actually want to do though, career wise? Like, what's up?
I don't
'Cause
know.
you don't want to work at where you work at the rest of your life.
Well,
like,
genuinely, I've never had a thought of like, I really, 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 really want to do something. Like the only thing I've ever really had that thought about was like having a career in like acting or like singing, having like a musical or like an acting career, and like
I thought
that's
you were
just
gonna
not.
say, like, OnlyFans or something.
That is my dream.
That is my dream, to become an OnlyFans model. Would you become an OnlyFans though if you had a following and people are like, you should, but you're getting like millions of dollars?
Well, I've had an OnlyFans before,
Ooh.
actually.
Which I will be linking in the comments.
And you won't be able to find it. I deleted
She
it.
deleted it. Did you make money off of it?
I did make money. I'm not gonna lie, because like this was during the time where I was like posting on TikTok like hella.
Period.
And I had grown like a really big following on TikTok, and it's very easy to realize that like you are getting followers and views because you're hot and sexy.
Period.
And it becomes very clear and apparent. People start sending you messages like, hey, I'll send you like this amount of money if you send me this, blah 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 blah. If you do this for me, blah. Here, I'll send it to you now. Like when shit like that starts happening, it's like maybe I could make some money
There
doing
we
this. You know what I
go.
mean? So it's very easy to get lost in like the money that you can make. And I'm not gonna lie, like also the attention at the time feels nice as well.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it just wasn't for me. And shout out to anyone who that is their shit, because period, like shout out to you, more power to you. I'm just one of those people, like it felt very draining. Sorry,
Dobby
my dog
acting
is
up, literally
tweaking.
freaking out. Okay, Dobby.
But it genuinely felt draining to my soul, and it just wasn't something. No, it just wasn't something I could do.
At least you tried it though.
Yeah.
And you can say it's not for you and stuff like that.
And I think also like one of the big reasons I tried it as well was because this guy I was dating at the time, he was very like all up in like the OnlyFans models and like loved strippers and like shit like that. He was one of those guys that just loved women and all of their sexuality a bit too much. And he was like in full support, like when I would tell him about like the following I have on OnlyFans, or not on OnlyFans, on TikTok and everything, he was like in full support, like why don't you start OnlyFans?
Oh, damn.
You can make so much money on OnlyFans.
Oh, damn.
Like
he was pimping you out. He wanted to be
right. And then when I actually started an OnlyFans, it was a problem.
Oh damn. So switch
And
up.
he acted like he was cool with it at first, but he
How much
ended up
money did you make off of it?
monthly. I was probably making like, I mean, $800 to $1,000 a month, which is not
but that's extra,
that much.
Yeah, it's not that much, but it's extra too.
Quit.
Gotta get the.
Gotta get her in check real quick.
Get her in check real quick. So $800 to $1,000 a month. And
yeah, and that was just extra. Yeah. But I did kind of quit my actual job at the time because I was making that money, and I was living at home with my mom, so I didn't have any like real bills to pay or anything. So that's what I was doing and I only did it for like 2-3 months, and then my 8th grade teacher DM'd me one day asking if it would be weird if he subscribed, and I was like, hell no, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
Did you tell him not to subscribe to your OnlyFans? Did you reply?
I didn't say anything. No, I blocked him, and I
was
deleted.
He cute at least? Bitch,
no.
If he was hot,
and he was married with kids.
Oh, married and kids. We're not gonna say the
married
names.
and kids. No, we're not giving out any names. We're not giving out any names.
Okay, so you went through your OnlyFans phase and stuff like that. Do you feel like at times you're like sexualized?
Obvious, yes.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Okay, why do you think so?
Well, first of all, it definitely kind of is. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I don't know why people sexualize me. Like, look at what I'm wearing right now. You know what I mean? I do kind of, I'm not going to say I feed into it, but I definitely do. I embrace my sensuality. Like, I embrace the fact that I am a young, hot, sexy woman.
She is, you guys, I can't lie though.
She's sexy. I embrace it. Like, because I'm not going to look this good forever. Eventually I'm going to get old and all of this is going to be gone.
So you like the attention from it and all that?
No.
Okay.
No, I do not. I actually don't like it at all. Like it can be fun, like from time to time, like going out and like people holler at me, whatever. But it's like, it gets to a point to where it's like, it gets disgusting and it gets nasty and people get handsy. And so it's definitely not always like fun, and I don't always like to go out and like look good and everything for that reason. Like if I know I'm not in a mood to have anyone talk to me, I will wear like my baggiest clothes and just go about it
to cover up and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Fair enough, though.
But it's like either way, unfortunately, men are going to sexualize you either way.
Yeah,
like,
that's the problem. Men like to sexualize women and stuff like that.
Yeah, like no matter what.
That's fair enough and stuff like that. Okay, and then swaying from that, and obviously like coming to terms in the sense of like all those experience and stuff like that. What's something that obviously that you went through growing up that you think that makes you today?
I went through a lot growing up. I think like one of the major like things that I remember throughout my life growing up was like my parents and their relationship while I was growing up. They got divorced when I was like 12. Like I think they finalized their divorce like on my 13th birthday. So yeah, I was like 12 when they started like going through their divorce, and like for years they were like very toxic, just like the worst kind of relationship that you could possibly like see. Well, it wasn't the worst that you could possibly see, but it was very bad for a child. At like it got bad when I was like 8. So that's when it started to get like really bad. So it was like 4 years of just progressing. Like they just hated each other. Damn. By the time they were divorced. So it was hard, like growing up and seeing like your parents who like once like did love each other, like in the beginning, to see what they ended up like turning into. But you have a good
relationship with them now, though?
I do have a good relationship with them now. I didn't have a good relationship with my dad until I turned 18. From when I was like 12 to 18, we did not have a good relationship.
Like you, or like it's things that you didn't align with him, or what?
My mom wasn't perfect in their relationship either, but he was really mean. He was very, very mean. He was very mean to me. I don't know, like ever since I was 8. So a big reason of why my parents' relationship started to fall apart was partly because they would always argue about me. And I don't know what his beef was with me after I turned 8. I don't know if it's because I got free will and started having a mind of my own or what. But
damn.
he just like could not stand me. Like
Stop.
he could not stand me like at all, and my mom couldn't stand it because like my mom loved me always because like I'm her, you know, I'm her baby.
You are.
And she would see it too. I mean, he would genuinely be like really mean to me, like I have a brother and a sister, a twin sister, and he was never as hard. He was hard on them, sure, but he was never as hard on them as he was on me. And it was always like, you're doing everything wrong. Like, I hate everything that you do. I hate the time that you wake up in the morning. Like, that's how crazy it is.
That would have crushed my soul.
I know. And it was very hard for me, like, personally, and I'm not trying to like victimize myself or anything, but that is a big reason of why my parents started arguing so much, was because my mom like
didn't like that.
She couldn't stand it. And I mean, like, they never had a great relationship either. Like, they met, she got pregnant within like 2 weeks of them meeting.
Okay.
He didn't want, I mean, they were not in love, basically.
Right.
And he proposed to her when he found out she was pregnant. She didn't want to get married just because she was pregnant, so they like waited until they had my brother and then they did eventually get married. But it was all, I feel like their problem was that it was very rushed. He thought maybe he wanted to be a dad, but he never actually really did want to be a dad.
Right.
So I feel like that's where most of his like resentment came from.
Yeah.
I don't know why he took it out on me, because like I wasn't the firstborn either.
Something was it.
But I was the first, technically. I do have a twin, but I was born first, so I guess technically I was the first daughter.
There you go. Yeah.
And he did not want it. I don't think he wanted a daughter. Yeah, truthfully. But Lily was so like
loved.
Yeah, she was very much like, I'll do anything you want whenever you want it, and I'm very sweet and very quiet, and I'm never gonna argue. I'm never gonna talk back.
That's what it is. Okay, too.
And I've always had a big personality. Like, I've always like had my own thoughts and opinions and beliefs, and like if I didn't want to do something, I didn't want to do it. Like, and it wasn't like cleaning my room or like anything like that. It was like, I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to put my dad on blast or anything, but like, he didn't like the fact that I had black friends and like shit like that. Like, I would want to hang out with, if he came to pick me up from the car rider line and I was with my friends and they were all black, I was hearing about it when I got in the car.
Oh, damn.
Like,
oh, damn.
That was the kind of shit that I was dealing with. And I don't know, I guess maybe Seth and Lily didn't really have. Also, I think a big problem with it was that like I started maturing a little bit faster than other girls did. I started puberty when I was 8, which is kind of when it all started. Yeah. Like, he started to like, kind of like hate me a little bit.
He just had so much resentment towards you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you guys been able to talk about it now?
No, we've actually never talked about it. No, and I would actually prefer not to. Yeah, I don't know how that conversation would go. Like, I mean, he probably would just deny it. He probably would just simply be like, I didn't treat you like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Years or something like that.
Yeah, you know? I never treated you that badly.
But you guys hang out and stuff like that.
No, it feels like, honestly, he's a like completely different person to me now. I mean, it's weird because it feels like I kind of had like 2 different dads. And like my dad now is literally an entirely different person than the dad that like raised me. So it does feel really weird. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like way better than having a dad that is like how he was in the past.
Fair enough. Okay. You know? Fair enough. Okay, you guys. So that was that and stuff like that. But as we come in to the ending of the podcast, if you made it this far, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and whatnot. But before we obviously close out fully and stuff like that, you know, the podcast towards the end is a reflecting moment and stuff like that. So I'm gonna ask you 2 questions and you answer them and stuff like that. The first one is, what would you say to your younger self if you had her right in front of you right now?
I would just tell her that like everything's gonna be fine, because like she's always been sad. Like, my younger self was always very sad for whatever reason, and like I wish I could tell her that like everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna end up loving who you turn out to be.
And just be
just be like just live. Just live your life. Like
good.
That's what I would tell her.
Period.
Yeah.
All right. And then following, what piece of advice would you tell someone who's watching that's going through what you went through or what you're going through?
Just be who you are. Like, don't get lost in other people and what other people want you to be and what you feel like you should be to make people adapt to you. If you feel like someone has to adapt to you, they're not someone who should be in your life. And that's just that.
Never change yourself, you guys. Stay true to who you are, and don't ever make someone change who you are, because you are on earth for a reason to be who you want to be. Exactly. But with that being said, Ellie, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for coming on to my podcast. Finally, a successful recording day. It is. We recorded the episode. It is what it is, you guys. But like I said, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. This is our guest of the week, Ellie. And with that being said, you guys, subscribe, like, follow the page, and I'll see you guys next week with a brand new guest. Bye. See you. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. I swear. Yeah, I'm so happy. Finally.